Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the United Collective Podcast, our very first episode. This episode is going to go through what I believe is the big lie of the modern age. All stories begin at the root. Like the root of a tree to the top of the branches, we will be covering the big lie and the theory behind it. The root of this story begins, like they mostly do, with a human being, a man by the name of Vladimir Ilyich Lenin, the leader of the early Bolshevik Party. A thing he once said: "There are decades when nothing happens, then there are weeks when decades happen." This could not be more true for expressing and explaining the theory behind the big lie, so keep this in mind going forward.
(1917). The Russian Empire collapses under its own weight due to war, famine, and injustice for the lower classes of society. From the ruins would emerge the Red Army and the Bolshevik Party, radical, revolutionary, and determined, seizing power in 1917. However, their vision of a socialist republic would be tested in blood and fire.
The Russian Civil War, from 1918 to 1922, was a brutal conflict between the Red Army, the defenders of Bolshevik rule, and the White Army, an uneasy coalition of monarchists, capitalists, liberals, and foreign interventionists. The Red Army, forged by Leon Trotsky, from a mix of workers, peasants, and former Tsarist officers, held the ideological edge. What gave the Reds their edge? Organization, ideology, geography. The Bolsheviks controlled the heart of Russia, Moscow and Petrograd. Linked by rail and industry, they had a clear message: land to the peasants, bread to the workers, and power to the Soviets. The Red Army was more than a military force. It was a political army. It promised liberation from the old class order. Millions of peasants joined, either by choice or by conscription. The whites, fragmented and tied to the past, failed to inspire the same unity. Foreign intervention on the side of the whites by Britain, France, Japan, and the United States only strengthened Bolshevik resolve. To many Russians, the Reds were not just fighting a civil war, they were resisting a foreign invasion and imperialism.